around the corner, and one organization is trying to make sure you stay warm. We'll have those stories and more as your local weekend news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Mohammed Abdul Qawi and Jeff Weller.
Welcome to News Watch 12 Weekends. I'm Mohammed Abdul Qawi. The Rhinelander Historical Society was open to the public earlier today to allow visitors to check out the historical house. With Halloween right around the corner, volunteers decided that this was a great opportunity to showcase it to the community. Bill Van Coast, the president of the Rhinelander Historical Society, says the museum is a wonderful place for families.
We feel our duty is to share all of the historically significant items that people have donated to the museum. So anytime we get a chance to open it up and share it with people, we love to. When we can piggyback it with some candy and treats and stuff besides, then that's just all extra good things. So.
This house was built in the 1990s and has many historic items in it. Even though it's old, Vanco says there's nothing to be afraid of.
But the house was built in 1894, which is the year that Rhinelander was incorporated as a city. So it does go back to the beginning of the city, but so far we haven't seen any mysterious things happen that would freak us out thinking that it's haunted, so yeah.
For more information about the house, you can visit RhinelanderHistoricalSociety.org. On to more Halloween festivities. Families went trick-or-treating in downtown Rhinelander. Every year on Saturday before Halloween, local police and fire departments close off the roads to allow kids to safely collect candy from local businesses around town. Chief Lloyd Gauthier says the atmosphere was electric.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge, you know. As we get further and further away from maybe COVID, people are more willing to go out and participate in events like this. It's just good for the community. It's good for people to come together. For the businesses downtown that donate candy and that customers come in and maybe they'll buy something else while they're there. So it's just really good for the community.
Kids dressed up as characters such as Pikachu, the Mario Brothers, and even Santa Claus were in appearance.
Oh, I love it. It makes it a lot easier. In the past, it's been cold and dreary, but today you can't beat being outside, walking around in the sun, getting to talk to people, and it's just a great day to shake some hands, and kudos to all those kids that got their police officers' costumes on. Love it. Love to see it.
Gauthier hopes the kids who showed up had a fantastic time. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, the weather was fantastic, but how long will this be?
You know, friendly reminder, November is 2 days away, and today temperatures back in the 60s. Tomorrow, mid-60s are going to last through probably midweek next week, so here we go. Let's look outside now, taking a look at temperatures today. Highs only in the low to mid-60s. I'm just kidding. That's a well above average, the average high being 49. All of us were above that today. Tomorrow as well, a very nice day. Lots of sunshine out there earlier. It'll all be back tomorrow as well. 42 right now in Antigo, 37 for Tomahawk, 48 for Arvida. Very nice evening out there currently. We'll have low temperatures down near 35 or 36 tonight with that dry air locked in place. Okay, lots of clear skies across the area right now. This thing is on. There's just no clouds across our region currently, nor will there be for a while as we have high pressure has built in, and it's a strong area of high pressure. There is just nothing weather-wise to talk about as this will go to our south, that will go to our north, and that's what our storm track is as well. So we are in a quiet weather pattern for now. Likely going to change, though, Thursday into Friday of next week. So our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies to mostly clear skies, very comfortable, with low temperatures down near 36. Your full forecast coming up. Mohammed?
Thanks, Jeff. The National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day is a day where individuals can safely dispose of their drugs. And it is also a way to educate the general public about the potential for abuse of these medications. Sergeant Kirk Helke from the Rhinelander Police Department says it's important to dispose your medicine the right way.
It's pretty important just to make sure that it doesn't get in the wrong hands and make sure that they're not being abused and, like I said, wind up in the trash and in the groundwater, that kind of thing.
According to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, Wisconsinites disposed over 5,900,000 pounds on the last drug take-back day back in April, making it the most in the nation.
It's just a good reminder for people to think that, hey, I got stuff in the medicine cabinet that I can get rid of.
If you missed today's event, don't worry. You can dispose your prescriptions at the Rhinelander Police Department during their normal business hours. If you're in need of some winter clothes for the upcoming season, check out the Warm for Winter program taking place at Friendly Village. They provide clothing of all sizes and also include bedding, shoes, boots, and coats for anyone who needs to prepare for the winter season.
Even if you live outside Rylander, come and you have a need for any of these things, you should come. We have plenty.
If you missed today's event, there will be more in the future, continuing on until the spring.
The last weekend, the last Saturday of the month, from now through March, there'll be giveaways, except for Christmas, because Christmas falls on the last weekend, so it will be the weekend before.
Warm for Winter also takes donations, and if you have clothes that you don't use anymore, you can drop them off at the First Congregational Church of Christ in a bin labeled Warm for Winter. Be sure to clean the clothes before donating. Coming up after the break, NASA destroyed one of its vintage buildings earlier today. We have more details on that and more after weather when we come back.
I was in law enforcement for over 40 years, and I can't imagine a better attorney general than Josh Call. He's a real prosecutor who's locked up murderers, serial rapists, the really dangerous guys you want off the street, and kept them behind bars. And he'll work with anyone, Republican or Democrat, to get it done. Look, there's more we have to do, but the only one I'd want leading the fight against crime is our Attorney General, Josh Call.
You have dreams to visit your grandkids, to start a small business, to spend time on the lake. The cost of a good healthcare plan should support those dreams, whatever they may be. They're your dreams. We're just here to help you live them. Aspirus Health Plan, a great plan for your best life.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Newswatch 12's Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the news and weather of the North Woods. Alongside the Newswatch 12 team, they are committed to the community and ensuring the local stories make headlines. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important news from where you live, as well as local weather reports. Watch Dan, Jessica, and Jeff weeknights on WJFW NBC 12.
It's Saturday night. The crazies are out. A gorgeous day today, right? Temperatures up in the 60s. Tomorrow, same story. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, same story. Followed by probably a change getting in here Thursday into Friday. But look what we did today. Again, 2 more days. It's November. And out there today, highs back in the 60s or so. 64 in Tomahawk, 61 for Mosinee. A very comfortable day out there. Derek, bring me back on camera. There I am. Okay, good. 60 over right. So a very nice day today. Tomorrow, same story, right? If you want colder temperatures, here's a live look at the South Pole, where the temperature there is 53 degrees below zero today, and the sun is still out, right? All right, for us, though, that really cold temperature is going to stay to our north and to our south. We're looking pretty good through the weekend and through much of next week. The really cold stuff stays up there. They can have it for now, but just so you know, there are some signs now later next week. We're going to start to change this pattern just a bit. Until then, though, we're looking at very nice temperatures around here. On paper, it looks like this. So 64 tomorrow, 61 for Monday, Tuesday, 64, up near 66 on Wednesday and Thursday, but then your eye goes right there, I know. Next Saturday, a week from today, we could have high temperatures back in the 40s. All right, so out there today, lots of sunshine pretty much all day long. That light southwest breeze, temperatures in the 60s, we'll take it as just a gorgeous day. And again, same thing for us tomorrow, also for Monday and Tuesday, as a gray stretch of weather is on the way. And I know lots of you are thinking about doing things like this, right? I know your boats are probably put away, but still, that's the kind of weather pattern we're in right now. It's not normal. We're going to pay for this at some point, just not yet, most likely later on next week. Okay, again, this thing is on. There's no clouds across the area right now, so lots of clear skies out there tonight. That could mean some radiational cooling, which could also mean some dense fog late. If you're traveling 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, look for some dense fog later on tonight. And then off to the west of us, there's nothing there. So all the moisture is being hogged by this system here, that system over there. That's going to be our next weather maker, but it's still several days away. We're talking 5 or 6 days away. So here, that's going to be our next cold front, but likely getting here on Thursday. No rain and or snow in the forecast for us until next week on Thursday into Friday. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is clear skies out there, low temperatures down near 36 with that southwest breeze around 5. For tomorrow, here we go. It's Sunday. Lots of sunshine out there. Highs near 64 again. So just like today with that light southwest breeze out there. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow. Very nice day. Here's Halloween, 61. Tuesday, 64. A couple of you could go for 70 on Wednesday's series, right? Then a cold front gets close on Thursday. Friday, some rain showers followed by much cooler temperatures next week on Saturday. Mohammed?
Thanks, Jeff. The building that housed the Marshall Space Flight Center Administration headquarters for 63 years was demolished today. It was called Building 4200 and first opened its doors in 1963. From then to 2020, the building saw some of the most important work in the space exploration, including the development of the Saturn V rocket that carried astronauts to the moon. Other projects included engines and propulsion hardware for the Space Shuttle program, science communications for the International Space Station, and management of the Space Launch System. Marshall Space Flight Center's Historical Prevention Officer Scott Worley said this about today's implosion. Buildings come down, but rockets keep going up. Our work lies behind the sky. Mississippi has extended the state of emergency over the Jackson water crisis. It now goes until November 22nd. The order was first issued in August after a massive operational failure at a water treatment plant left thousands without running water for days. There has been a boil water alert in the city for months now. State and city officials have been arguing over who is responsible for the plant's failures. Meanwhile, Jackson's mayor says a private operator will take over the water system before the state of the emergency ends. The Environmental Protecting Agency has launched an investigation in response to environmental racism complaints by the residents and the NAACP. More than 80% of the Jackson's residents are African American. Some Milwaukee bars are banning Jeffrey Dahmer Halloween costumes this weekend. The notorious serial killer took the lives of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. Caroline Renwald reports on those who educate people who don't know the trauma that Dahmer caused.
Ahead of Halloween festivities, management at DIX Milwaukee is warning customers one costume will not be tolerated.
We understand that there is a generation out there that did not live this situation. They may not understand the severity of how it affected the community.
Promoting their Saturday Halloween party and costume contest, DIX also posted on Facebook, please, no Jeffrey Dahmer costumes.
We just don't want to really put our patrons in the situation where they would have to see something or relive something that they had to truly experience.
A traumatizing time the LGBTQ plus community lived through. Dahmer killed 17 men and boys, most of them in Milwaukee. Authorities say he met many of his victims in gay bars in Walker's Point. DIX here in Walker's Point isn't the only bar sending this message. Another bar downtown is also warning their customers not to show up in a Dahmer costume. The bar This Is It also posted their own Dahmer costume ban on Facebook, telling 12 News it's been getting phone calls ever since the Netflix series aired, adding such hateful and disrespectful costumes will not be allowed in our space.
It really kind of infuriates me. It's just like, really, like, one, we shouldn't even be having to have this conversation.
In Milwaukee, Caroline Reinwald, WYSN 12 News.
Coming after the break, we got 4 updates with Serenity Douglas.
He pushed tax loopholes benefiting himself. Send him back, and he'll make things worse. Ron Johnson would let Wisconsin ban abortion, even in cases of rape. and said if you don't like it, you can move. He voted to raise the retirement age and wants to end guaranteed spending on the Social Security you earned.
Social Security is a legal Ponzi scheme, but that's exactly what it is.
Ron Johnson, still making it harder on us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
We didn't forget about the crumbs at the bottom of the bag. We're just prolonging our time with every last bit of crispy, juicy tender.
Enjoy the crispy chicken sandwich and pair it with medium fries and a $1 any size Diet Dr. Pepper.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
As an Army commander, I served God, family, and country. But the media, they say none of that matters anymore. When I was 9 years old, my dad handed me a shovel and put me to work. Nowadays, people get paid to sit on the couch. I'm Tim Michaels. I'm not some career politician. I'm a self-made businessman who doesn't give a rip about the special interests or their money. I'm running for governor to turn Madison upside down and take back the freedoms that make Wisconsin great.
Tim Michaels for governor.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live. The best way to start your day is with a cup of coffee from Eagle River Roasters. Newswatch 12 Today wants to get that coffee to you through the Mugshot Monday contest. Enter online and watch Monday mornings to see if you're the lucky winner.
I'm a former track and field athlete, so it really took me down memory lane to see the local schools headed to cross-country state championships today. Some of the top finishers in our area were Norma Grimben from Northland Pines in the Division II Girls 5K. Sarah Melodic from DC Everest won gold in the Girls Division I 5K. And overall, Phillips girls placed 12th in the team rankings. Phillips boys placed 4th in the team rankings, and they were just 1 point off of the 3rd place trophy. But congrats to all of the competitors. It's that point of the season, the road to state. But first, these teams are fighting for a sectional championship. Mercer versus McDonald Central Catholic, and it's safe to say that McDonald Catholic could handle any competition thrown their way. The Tigers trying to hang with the Max, quick offense, but they go too far. But look at this athleticism right here from Emily Thaler scoring the set-winning point, 25-10. The Max don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. They set it for Aubrey Dorn, and she doesn't disappoint. But keep your eye on number 18, Aubrey Dorn, again. This run was long, but once again, Dorn scored for the Max. McDonald Central Catholic are the sectional champions, winning 3-0. Moving on to some volleyball area scores for schools who also played for a sectional championship title today. The Tomahawk Hatchets get their winning streak ended by Xavier 3-0. Edgar unfortunately loses to Wittenberg, Burnham Wood 3-2, but congrats to both teams moving forward. More area scores, but for soccer. I know it says 0-0, but the Rhinelander Hodags are going to state, winning over Rice Lake in penalty kicks, 4-3. Northland Pines is unfortunately knocked out of the playoffs, losing to Aquinas 3-2. Off the court and onto the field. If you missed Friday Night Blitz, that's all right, because we have recap for y'all. First up, Leona Wabena hosted Lena St. Thomas Aquinas for 8-man football. I was a little surprised neither team scored until the end of the second quarter, but ultimately Leona Wabena will take the cake, 20-8. They will go on to play Belmont next Friday. Next up, Mosinee fans were in the Halloween spirit to take on Rice Lake. Mosinee came in with an impressive 8-1-1 record and a big 50-20 win over Shawano. But Mosinee will get knocked out of the playoffs, losing to Rice Lake 42-33. More 8-man football. Newman Catholic took on Gilman, winning big with the final score 48-14. They will play Siren at Chippewa Falls. Let's talk the player of the week. Super excited for this one. From the Rice Lake versus Mosinee game, Gavin Abrimsky with the play action pass, and Mosinee is running a vertical, and that ball is going to be tipped and intercepted by Matt Farm. That was a very impressive interception for Farm, and Rice Lake went on to win it 42-33, and they'll play Onalaska next Friday. Back to you, Mohammed.
Thanks, Serenity. With more and more social media platforms being developed, is this turning into addiction for people? Find out what you can do after the break.
All your local news is just a swipe away with the new and improved Newswatch 12 mobile app. Download the app on all your devices for local news, school closings, full video newscasts, and more. Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
You've heard what women say about working at Tim Michael's company, that they were groped.
A male superior groped the crotch and inner thigh of a female employee
and pressured to have sex with their bosses. And now we know more. According to an attorney involved in the case, when the only woman on a Michael's road crew was sexually harassed on the job, the company did not take it seriously. From the top down. From the top down. If that's how Tim Michaels runs his company, how do you think he'd run the state?
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Looking for one of our most capable Ford SUVs? Okay, great. We've got you covered. Spacious interiors, innovative tech, good looks, and a legendary off-road experience. Check out our inventory today, or let us help you place a custom order. Getting into the perfect Ford SUV? Well, it's easier than ever. Yeah, we've got you covered. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal, come have a taste of Wisconsin.
America's Dairyland.
As in real dairy.
It gives Culver's fresh frozen custard its famous rich and creamy flavor.
Like really rich.
So rich.
Rich and creamy.
And our cook-to-order Butterburgers?
They're topped with, you guessed it, Wisconsin cheese.
But it's the smiles we put on your face
With every meal made just for you.
That really makes our hearts melt.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The Northwoods provides plenty of beauty year-round, and the weather events that develop can produce some amazing photos. Submit yours online at WJFW's weather photo section on the website to share with the WJFW weather team.
Welcome back. Taking a closer look at our phones. Is this the amount of time spent glued to our social media harmful? With users reporting an overall increase using social media, some people are worried that they are becoming addicted to their phones. Is there a way to break out of the cycle? NBC's Savannah Sellers has the details.
From Facebook to TikTok to Instagram to Twitter, the number of social media platforms keeps growing, and with it, the amount of time people spend on them.
I'm hitting 6, sometimes 7 hours just checking throughout the day.
Initially designed to increase connections, social media is now having the opposite effect. More users report developing addictions.
You might seriously need to consider doing a dopamine detox.
Maritza Artola is a digital marketer. Her family calling her out.
My daughter started pointing it out to me, and she would grab my phone to get my attention. And that really that really put it in perspective for me. I'm like, this is too much.
The average daily time spent on social media has increased 63% since 2012, according to an internet tracking site.
So I definitely saw my usage go up every year to the point where, last year, I think it was like 5 hours a day on my phone.
When virtually everything is online these days, from school to work to doctor's appointments, it can be hard, but not impossible to unplug.
I am going to show you how to invest in the stock market.
Nate O'Brien is a popular YouTuber who makes videos on personal finance.
Every 2-3 minutes, I would just be getting a buzz on my phone, and I'd say, okay, well, what's this? It might be something important. I have to look. Oh, it's just a Twitter notification, but it's kind of funny. And then I click on it, and then I end up in this social media vortex, and I'm just in it. Suddenly 45 minutes go by.
Experts recommend doing a digital detox where you intentionally reduce or completely disconnect from your devices for a period of time. It can be as little as an hour, 1 day a week, or more.
I've been training myself now where I'll go days without using my phone, and I've gotten very good at it. But initially, when I tried doing that, it was tough, and it was like I would always be reaching for it.
Maritza feels she can't completely detox, but is trying to wean off, trying to replace screen time in the morning with things like meditation.
I am a firm believer in taking small steps because I believe that leads to sustainable changes. Instead of just saying not to check your phone at all, maybe replace it with something else too, another activity.
Fall is one of our favorite seasons at Trader's. Our boutique is loaded with the latest fall fashion and jewelry.
Check out our unique boots, shoes, and purses, fabulous fall home decor, and our adorable grandkids in our baby boutique.
Find something you'll love at Trader's.
Tim Michaels wants to scare you with lies. Here's the truth. Independent fact checkers gave Michaels' parole attacks a pants-on-fire rating, saying they were false and that the governor does not allow any release of criminals. That's a fact. And here's another fact. Tony Evers actually increased police funding, and he's working to invest in high-crime areas, in job training, after-school programs, and mental health. So when you see all these, do this.
You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBB.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
911, what's your emergency?
Something is in my house.
I'm sorry, say again?
I smell something delicious and I don't know what it is.
Ma'am, can you describe it for me?
It smells like golden crust, freshly shredded cheese, and pepperoni.
Ma'am, we've traced the smell, and it's coming from inside your oven.
What do you mean?
It's a Papa Murphy's Jacko Pizza, and it's just $10.
Ah, amazing!
Papa Murphy's.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Lock in 3.9% financing for 60 months on a new built Ford Tough F-150 plus $500.
Stay on top of breaking news and the biggest stories of the day with NBC News Daily. Get in-depth reporting from across the country and around the world, tips to take care of your health and your wallet, and up-to-the-minute local news. NBC News Daily, weekdays on NBC.
Saturday is a perfect day to celebrate felines all across the country. October 29 is National Cat Day. A pet's lifestyle expert and animal welfare advocate created the day back in 2005 to honor the companionship cats bring to the owner of life. The American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals states 30 to 37% of homes in the U.S. have a cat. The day also brings awareness to the need for the adoption for cats and kittens. According to the National Day calendar, this unofficial holiday has helped save more than lives than 1 million cats since its inception.
I don't know about that. I'm a dog guy.
Yeah, I know you're a dog guy.
I don't like cats at all.
Serenity dog is like here behind the door over there somewhere.
He's trying to get in. But
let's talk weather real quickly here. Lots of clear skies out there currently. It's going to be a gorgeous night tonight. Temperature-wise, looking good. Hanging out in the 30s and 40s. We'll have lows tonight, basically at 35. So very comfortable out there. And then look at the 7-day, guys. We're doing really good, right? So tomorrow is 64 again. Halloween, 61. Midweek, mid-60s in here before our big change gets in here Thursday into Friday of next week.
That's good to hear that. I'd love to hear that. And that's all we have for now. We'll see you here tomorrow. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Good night, everybody.